Hello everybody, welcome back to the internet's best reactions. Today it's Silverstone. I'm not at the track. If you're in the UK, you're not at the track. We weren't at the track, but we had a race, which is fine. I'm not complaining, and I've always said I'm not going to complain this year if we have boring races, but my goodness me, those last 3 laps. I want to experience that again. My voice actually is a little bit gone. Your reactions actually this week, banging. I reckon #1 ever. The amount of memes that have been good this week, so I've really hyped this up. Let's get into them. Let's start where we always begin, the very beginning. But before lights out, we lost a man that we were all celebrating was back on the grid. Nico Hülkenberg. At JPeach17, how could they do this to us? I'm assuming that James is referencing the team or God. I'm not sure who he's really speaking to there, but feel like pure just want Hulk back. What a 72 hours that man has had, from just chilling on his sofa Thursday afternoon. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. Probably watching a bit of Desperate Housewives, we don't know. But either way, he didn't think he was going to be racing, gets the call, has the seat fitting, does everything, and then, oh, sorry mate, we can't actually race. Broken. At DenDay04, Hull and Hülkenberg and Perez, watching this race start. Yeah, it was sad obviously for Sergio as well. I hope he's getting better. He did say that he didn't have any symptoms, which is great, so hopefully Sergio will be back and ready for Spain. But in the meantime, we have Hülkenberg, which is also great, so it's a win-win, really. This is one of the best. If this wasn't an Instagram post, this would have won tweet of the century, but it's not a tweet. F1 Network, Nico Hülkenberg on his way to Silverstone, like, Mr. Bean fan, this is absolutely amazing. You win Instagram of the week. It doesn't exist, but you win. Well done, so good. Now, a big incident right at the beginning was Albon versus Magnussen. Magnussen just getting on that little red sausage curb a little bit too hard, getting a little bit squirmy. Albon, who obviously has the bit between his teeth at the moment because nothing can go right, was like, yeah, I'm going to stick that up one of the probably the craziest men on the grid in terms of accidents and things he's come out with. Suck my balls, honey, to Hülkenberg and so on. At Hurricane Barca says Albon to Magnussen, and well, actually, that gif would have been so much better had Hülkenberg actually raced. Can you tell I'm still not over the fact Nico didn't race? At Kai Thomas _20, what on earth was Albon thinking? I do like this gif. There's been a lot of new gifs this week. I don't know if there's just been an influx of gifage that's arrived on Twitter, but either way, Kai Thomas, enjoy it. What was he thinking? Very, very risky. Now, this was probably the moment where I thought the apocalypse was happening, although we pretty much are living through that at the moment. At Izzy _Cream, a Williams with a fastest lap. Nicholas Latifi, I know we'd just had the safety car and he was the last man, so he could kind of, go a bit quicker. Either it was like a 2:02 fastest lap, but either way, Williams were the fastest car on the track at one point. Now, for a lot of the race, we didn't have a battle for the lead. Hamilton was just chilling out in front. Bottas kind of gave us some hope and then fell away, and then some hope, then fell away. But the midfield, drstrain.com. At don't visit that website. I don't know what that is, so don't visit that. At Halawi, British GP, that midfield battle. And then just hashtag Ocon, hashtag Stroll. I like that. You should have actually just labelled every single person in that midfield battle. But there was a lot of great wheel-to-wheel action. I'm turning into Crofty. But yeah, it was really good. Midfield action. Imagine if that was for a podium or for the win. What if Mercedes just didn't exist for a race? Big incident. I've had one already. Albon versus Magnussen, another one. Danny Kvyat going into maggots, just completely loses the car. At Kieran _Shaker, literally nothing but just a torpedo gif. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And at Riley Gale 18, the wind to Kvyat be like. That's a very good gif. And well, he was very apologetic to the team and then almost knocked out a cameraman. So that was an interesting sort of sequence of 2 minutes, wasn't it? Kvyat still rather hot under the collar, which you can expect after a pretty massive shunt to just be like, get out my face. But it was also like, wow, I mean, he's just doing his job, mate, chill. Just a brief interlude, nothing about the racing, but I thought I should include the Lando's helmet at S_Price_Designs. Every time they show Lando's helmet, my heart is very full at this moment. It's just sweet, wasn't it? It's just, we stan Lando for that kind of stuff. It's just, would you see a Hamilton or a Vettel do that? I don't think so. Because they protect their image of world champions. Lando's just popped on the scene doing Twitch. That just does what he wants, doesn't he, really? And that's what we love. Good job, Lando. And good job in the race as well. You did all right, didn't you? Like P5 or something, you know what I'm saying? 10 points. You probably knew that. You're probably not even watching. Speaking of Lando, there was a quite funny moment behind the safety car when Lando was saying he was going to tell on Daniel Ricciardo for being 10 or more car lengths behind the next car. At Paulina_Dirkzu1, I'm sorry. Yeah. Lando looking at Daniel right now. I'm going to tell on you. They're going to be such good teammates, aren't they? I cannot wait. They are just going to be amazing. Another one about Lando. At Sam Telford 8, watching Lando's move on Ricciardo and then the attempt on Sainz. It was very good racing in the midfield. Once they could kind of break down the gap because there was pretty much an impenetrable DRS train that was going on. Then Lando was like, I want a piece of this around the outside. Then he was like, ooh, and slipstream of Sainz and thought that was going to happen, but then he ran wide. Good racing in the midfield. Love it. Let's have a quick word about Romain Grosjean. Where did he come from? Everybody else pit. It was like, hashtag just stay out. We'll just do the opposite in every possible scenario. Just hoping for another Hungary where they get to P4 and 5, wherever it was. At Ivo Pereira 03, Roman in 5th. I don't belong here. He did actually do pretty well, to be fair, but he was on the mediums, which was a quicker tyre, and then pitted and came out pretty much last. So it was a terrible strategy, but that's literally what Haas are doing. They're like, everyone's pit. I'd like to see when there's like heavy rain next time, they'll just throw Roman out on dries and see what happens. And this is a very good GIF. At Name Rizvi, and this is what I'm talking about, the new GIFs. I'm loving your new freshness of the GIFs rather than just all Mr. Bean, although I do love Mr. Bean. Grosjean is defending for all his life, just reminding people why he's in F1. Now let's not oversell this. He was on medium tyres, in a dog of a car, fair, but medium tyres, which were, I think, 9/10 a lap quicker, although, you know, a little bit more degraded. But either way, he did all right. Let's not oversell. He's not, you know, the next Lewis Hamilton. At Av_45_, Grosjean on seeing warning. I love capital letters, abrupt, that tweet. I love it. And he didn't care. He did not care at all. He was a very naughty boy. It reminded me of, was it Max Verstappen back when he'd first joined Red Bull around Spa, where he was moving very late down the Kemmel Straight? Either way, Grosjean clearly fancied a bit of that. Now I've spoken about how amazing the midfield battles were, and I found 2 incredible GIFs to pretty much sum it up. At FLXSTFFLR. What is the point in that? What does that name mean? Anyway, Felix Staffler is your name. The whole midfield be like. And then you've got at Formula Wonder. I like that. At Formula Wonderland, but it's got 1 and then Derland, but also works with Formula. Brilliant. The midfield be like. I think I prefer the dog one. Almost tweet of the week. People seem to like that, but I don't actually give the award to somebody. They kind of finish second and first of the losers, basically. Who has won tweet of the week? Okay, now it's time for tweet of the week. Love it. Who's won tweet of the week? It is at Jamie_3004. Hamilton and Bottas trading fastest laps like. It's just such. Who has created that? I would love to know where that video is from. It's brilliant. 2 cats playing ping pong. The gap won't go under a second though. Wow, there have been a lot of Grosjean. I've had to remove a few, but I'm going to include this one because this was actually almost tweet of the week. So the first one I said was almost tweet of the week. This was almost tweet of the week, and the one I've just said is tweet of the week. Get it? At Formula Y4DE, Grosjean during the race today. Yeah, oh God, maybe that was tweet of the week. Joint tweet of the week. You both get half a point. Congratulations to Jamie_3004 and Formula Y4DE, or Yade. This was quite a funny moment in the race where clearly Max Verstappen was just sat there in third. This was before, obviously, the Mercedes had their explosions on the tyres, and he was just chilling. Quite bored, in fact. And at OHS, Franz Cartons, don't forget to drink, Verstappen. That was very odd, wasn't it? He was telling his team to drink. A very odd thing to do. Clearly, he didn't have much else to think about. Why did he pit? Benefit of hindsight. Could have won the race. I think people actually flaming the team about the fact that he pitted later on in the race when Mercedes had the issues. How are they supposed to know? I know when you look at it, probably when they saw Bottas's tyre explode, they probably should have gone, let's stay out there just in case. But it's 50-50, isn't it? And he still finished second, so he got lucky to beat Bottas at the end of the day, so decent. At Julia_EE_, waiting for scenario 7 and last lap Lando. He was locked in a fight with Sainz before his tyre exploded, and Ricciardo behind. And, well, technically, it wasn't the last lap though, was it, when Sainz blew up? So, like, last couple of laps, Lando. But still, a very good outing for McLaren, it has to be said. They've been very, very good. And I expected Racing Point to be there. Where were they? Nowhere. At Kondoggy GP, it's probably Dojai. No, it's definitely not Dogi, it's D-O-G-I. Kentucky GP team. I don't know why that name made me laugh. Albon overtaking George with ease. Let's talk about Alex Albon's weekend, shall we? What is going on? I want him to do well more than life itself. That doesn't make any sense. But just, come on, Alex, stop crashing. Just all you got to do. The amount of money you are costing Red Bull is quite disastrous. So just calm it down, relax, see what you can do. Instead, you just made yourself, I don't know why I'm addressing you like you're watching this, Alex, but I want you to do well, stop crashing, okay? Gonna pick up my phone now. Okay, now it's time to talk about properly what happened in those last few laps. Oh my God. Valtteri Bottas's tyre explodes. Obviously, we both assume it's Hamilton when we first see it. And then we go back on board with Bottas. The Hamilton graphic comes up. Oh my God. Absolute lost at that point. Flying everywhere. Cannot believe what's happened. And then Hamilton's tyre does explode. Oh my goodness me. Obviously, Max is pitted by then. I mean, all hell broke loose. We had pretty much a mediocre race in the last 3 laps. Unbelievable. At Axel_geek_092, Hamilton's last lap. Although, to be fair, it was the front right? I think it was the front right, front left. The AWS tyre graphics absolutely nailed it, by the way. They popped it up just before Hamilton's tyre exploded, said his front left was 10%. I've always believed in them. Haven't you? Great tyre graphics, real big insight. They knew it was going to explode before we did. And I'm actually very interested, and Tommy, our founder, tweeted this. Why didn't Hamilton go through the pits on the last lap? He would have cut the last couple of corners and easily won the race, but instead, he wanted to do it for the fans. That's what I want to say. But big brain thinking from Tommy WTF1. At Famous Rob, 2 hours of entertainment packed into 2 laps. Yeah, I'll take it. I will happily look back at that and think that was a great race because of the last 3 laps or 2 laps, whatever it was. Unbelievable. I'm still getting over it. And finally, at Callum with ones_3, lap 50 approaches, everyone's front left tyre. I'm done, goodbye. I wonder what Pirelli will do. I imagine they probably won't have the issues because they're going a step softer next weekend, so they won't have that issue, and maybe it'll be a 2-stop, which means we should have some strategy, which will be really exciting, and I'm quite looking forward to it. Are you? I am, apart from the fact Mercedes will dominate, but... Social Media Team Championship time now, and it is the British Grand Prix edition, of course, and pretty decent this week. Very good from the teams. Let's get into who has scored points this time round. Okay, 3rd place, we have Mercedes AMG F1, Bottas and Hamilton, tyre explodes, they react. 1 point. 2 points go to McLaren F1. Lando Norris. Great helmet, deserves points. 2 points, McLaren F1 team, good job. And finally, do they ever stop bantering? It's BWT Racing Point Formula 1 team with 3 points in 1st place. We get it. You have 2 drivers. It's so good. The teams just wanted to show off that they have 2 drivers. Racing Point didn't like it. 3 points. Well done. That's 1 point for Mercedes AMG F1, 2 points for McLaren F1 team, and 3 points, I almost fell over, to Racing Point Formula 1 team. Well done.
And now it's time for Race Rundown with your host, Matthew Gallagher.
Race rundown time, we're once again back. Haven't got any better over 3 seasons. The finishers of the British Grand Prix were, are, is, am, doing. Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon. Who is Ocon? Wow, Ricciardo finished P4. Great work. And Ocon P6, Gasly P7. Lovely work from some of the midfield this week. Anyway, race rundown. Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Perez. Where is Perez in this list, Matt? Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Bottas, Russell, resigns. Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Perez, Bottas. Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Bottas, I was going to say Perez again! Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Bottas, Russell, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Grosjean, Raikkonen. It'll do. It was a little bit stuttery, but I literally don't care anymore. And the non-finishers were Kvyat Magnus Hülkenberg. Kvyat Magnus Hülkenberg. Whatever, I don't care anymore. That's it. We're done. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching the internet's best reactions for the British Grand Prix. If you want to get involved next time, use the hashtag WTF1 on social media and we'll choose the very best ones to be featured next week. Hopefully we'll have a decent race with the softer compounded tyres. Who knows? See you next week. Goodbye!